Good day to you and welcome to This is Private Practice. And no, I am not Joe Muirhead. I am Jeff Ortiz, licensed marriage and family therapist from the great state of California, Southern California in particular. I work for a private practice group, Renovari Counseling in Placentia, which is located in Orange County. And I've been there for about 5 years, been licensed for about a year. And I am going to talk to you about relationships through social media, which is awesome because that's how I met Joe. So I haven't actually met her in person. I've met her through social media. And we met through a Facebook group. Our dear friend Ernesto Sigismundo has been facilitating, and we had interaction for the past 2 or 3 years. And I've watched her videos and her content, and they have helped me tremendously. If you are a friend of Joe's or you follow Joe, you know that she has great energy, and she's just somebody who you want to be around. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about her and how she carries herself. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry if you become a little embarrassed. I'm going to use you as an example since we have you in common and with all your listeners and followers. So with that said, I met her 2 or 3 years ago. We have become closer within the past month or two because like she shared recently that she's going through a battle with breast cancer. My wife is also going through a battle with breast cancer. And ironically, my wife is probably like a week and a half ahead of her in chemotherapy treatments. And so, I mean, we know what she's going through. And her and my wife have actually been able to chat through social media and just kind of support each other. And what a great opportunity that is for them and us, and just knowing that we're not alone. So social media has been a great tool, and just her being who she is has allowed me to embrace really who I am. And one of the keys to social media, I got 3 different points that I wanted to touch on. And first is, if you're getting into social media and you're making connections with people and you're a clinician in the profession, you're in private practice, you probably don't have a lot of time to meet with a lot of people one-on-one. I mean, let's be real. You're busting your butt. You probably got a family to take care of. You got all these different things that are going on. And so social media is an easier way to connect with people, but you have to be vulnerable to do that. Just like any relationship you've ever built in your lifetime, from childhood all the way to adulthood, you have to put yourself out there, and social media is no different. The scary thing about social media is there's a lot of technology. You got to talk to a camera. You're not talking to a real face. I pretend like I'm talking to a person. So I'm doing this video pretending like Joe's on the other side, and hopefully she's nodding and she's agreeing. And, we are connecting that way. And so I think about the individual on the other side of the camera. But I had to overcome some insecurities to become vulnerable, right? I had to overcome, the hardest one was, gosh, do I really look like that when I'm speaking? And does my voice sound like that? Those 2. Once you get past those 2, everything else is a piece of cake. Well, it gets easier. And the more often you do it, the easier it gets. And so I've created video after video after video after video after video and continue to do so. And I try not to use a lot of ums and does, and hopefully in this video I have not done that. So I try to do that. I try to slow myself down. I get a little excited. I get a little, excited about sharing and talking and that sort of thing. And maybe it's nervous energy, but what I try to do is just connect with people, but being vulnerable in that, because there's going to be people that are going to look at it and be like, that's okay. I always say those aren't your people. The people that connect with it, those are your people. And that's okay, because we don't click with everybody, right? We don't click with everybody. So first one, be vulnerable. The second, be authentic. Be you. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to be Ernesto Sigismundo or Joe Muirhead or whoever these personalities in Australia. Kerwin Ray, I like him. I don't know how familiar you guys are with him, but I follow him and his content. He's great. But just be you. Whatever you bring to the world, be that person. I'm excited for the day that I get to meet Joe because she's helped me so much. And, having this intimate relationship now that my wife and her are going through the same thing, it's going to bring us that close together. And when we meet, we're probably going to hug. And it's going to mean a lot. But we've already invested. We've cultivated this relationship from baby steps, really. And then, I feel God used this opportunity. For them to both be going through the same thing almost at the same time, there's something bigger going on there. And so just embracing it and sharing our stories. And that's another part of being able to share my story with my wife. And, we have videos and that sort of stuff out there that we're willing to, because we want to help people. And she's in the helping field, but she's not on social media, and she's not a therapist, but she's in the medical field, so she does help. And so this is one of the things that, she's able to do. And so being vulnerable, put ourselves out there, be authentic in everything you do, be you. Don't try to be anybody else. And the last one, have genuine engagement. If you see something that you like, let them know. If there's something that they are doing and you want to be part of, see if you can be part of it. If you can help, if you can, do something that allows you to connect with them. Maybe if they live local, maybe you can set up a day where you can connect with them for coffee or something because you've seen them on social media. Social media allows us to really branch out, really connect, especially in private practice when, you are in the office seeing client after client after client, and you probably don't get to build rapport with any other clinicians. And, it can feel like a lonely world. Let's be honest. It can be really lonely and we feel like we're all by ourselves, but social media allows us to connect, allows us to recognize, hey, we are not alone, and there's opportunity to connect with people and really utilizing that. Joe has helped me embrace that part. Like I said, I didn't like being in front of a camera. It's scary. It's overwhelming. Being relatively new to the field, I don't know everything. And there's a lot of people out there that know a lot more than me, which is fine. I'm not in competition with anybody else, but I know I needed to use social media. And that I'm not just a therapist, marriage and family therapist. I'm also a speaker, an inspirational speaker. So I've gone to many middle schools, high schools, colleges, churches, and I've shared my story and sharing hope and love with people. So I also use social media in that regard to make connections so that people can use my videos and my content and be inspired. This is bigger than just me. And so these relationships that we're building, we're cultivating, and we're connecting with other people all around the world, this thing is limitless. Majority of you guys are in Australia, right? You're a day ahead of us here in the States. And so it's just awesome that we can make these connections. So just, to simplify, vulnerable, be authentic, and have genuine engagement in everything you do. Share who you are. Let people see it, because that's how people are going to refer to you. That's how people are going to connect with you. That's how they're going to people are going to want to invite you to speak at their next seminar or workshop. Because they got to know you through social media. And please don't put on the fake face, put the authentic face on. We're here to help people. We're here to share ourselves. And you know what? Thank you, Joe, for sharing your life and engaging with so many people and allowing us to be us and embracing us in this world of private practice that can at times be lonely. But you bring us together. So thank you for that. Thank you for this opportunity. Bye, guys.